seconds are vital in getting to the incident and for us to deal with the incident effectively and ultimately ensuring the safety of the people that we are there to serve.
If it's really rural, it can be, you know, along a load of country lanes, and although I know this area of Ruthin, there's so many rural villages to it, and we could waste a lot of time going up country lanes trying to find a location.
Everything revolves around getting to the patient as quickly as possible, and it's not literally minutes anymore, it is seconds. Those extra few seconds can make all the differences to the outcome to the situation.
What's the name of the place? It's not showing up on the map.
Cadwyn Clwyd have secured funding under the Rural Development Programme, and we're working in partnership with the 3 emergency services to raise the awareness of the difficulties they find in everyday situations trying to find homes in rural Denbighshire. So we're working on a media-driven public awareness campaign just to explain the plights of the emergency services.
The biggest problem that we have is no names on some of the locations, and we can spend a lot of time looking for the right address. We have the sat nav and what have you, but it doesn't always work in a rural location. So actually naming or putting a plaque up on a site makes all the difference to us.
Without the proper names on the premises or the numbers, it's difficult to establish if it's the correct property, you know, or the exact location. For example, you may have 2 farms, Fferm Goch Uchaf, Fferm Goch Isaf. Now, it may be that it just says Fferm Goch, and then it's a decision then by the crew, do they proceed up that lane to that farmhouse, or do they not proceed up it because is it the property that they're looking for?
It does cause a lot of concern, depending on the nature of the call. It could be something that's you know, where we need to save a life and we need to respond first before the ambulance perhaps to get entry into the house, or if somebody's life is in danger, they're being threatened by somebody, or there's a crime in progress. Obviously it's very important that we get there on time and we find the location quickly to prevent anything more serious from happening.
It can be very difficult in as much as we realise we go into an emergency, because obviously we wouldn't be responding if it wasn't for an emergency situation, and crews are ultimately aware that seconds do make a difference, and therefore it can get frustrating when we're trying to locate the premises but realising, are we certain that we're going to the right place, and a decision, is it left, is it right at a road junction, in order to make, you know, to try and get to the premises that we're looking for.
We've had accidents reported to us or a vehicle breakdown, and one of the things we ask is, well, where are you? And some people are strangers to the area, and we'll ask them, is there a house nearby? And they say yes. Well, what's the house name? It's not signposted, so we've got no idea at all where they are. So in that instance, it could save us a lot of time and it could save life potentially.
It's the old story where the locals say, well, the guys know where we live, or I don't need to know that, everybody knows where I live. We don't know where you live. With all the technology in the world, it's so helpful to put a little plaque outside the property. Let us know where you are.
For farmers in rural Denbighshire, there's a free sign available. We'll also come and put it up for them. If they just contact Cadwyn Clwyd, fill in a simple form, and we'll do the rest for them. It's a simple job, but it could save their lives.
If we ever need an ambulance or fire service, I think it's our duty to make sure that they arrive at the farm as quickly as possible. That's why, in my opinion, we should definitely, all farmers should definitely put the name of the farm on the farm entrance. This will enable them to come to the farm much sooner. And if we can get them there 2 or 3 minutes earlier, we could help to save lives.
Make sure the address, name and number are clear and large enough to be seen from the road.
Make sure that the letters or numbers used are as big as those used on a car number plate.
Cut back foliage to make sure that the name and number can be clearly seen.
Make sure that the number and the name are prominent.
Encourage your neighbours and local shopkeepers to display their name and numbers clearly.
The answer is simple and straightforward, so that any emergency services responding can identify the premises quickly and efficiently.
Please don't sort of wait until you actually need us. Put the plaque up now, and you're talking about pennies here really. It's not an expensive game.
Get your house signposted. If there is a crime in progress, if you are unwell and you need to call the emergency services out, the sooner we get there, it could save your life.
Hello, ambulance service. What's the address of the emergency? Confirm your telephone number there, please. And just confirm the address of the emergency, please.